Hey guys, I just wanted to show you about the Rapid Prep Mandolin. I was able to do a vendor event this weekend and show so many people the Rapid Prep Mandolin, and so I wanted to post it here too. So I'm going to show you how to assemble, disassemble, what the settings are, and some great ways you can use it. So let's pretend you just took it out of the dishwasher or out of the package, and it's in all of the different pieces. And you're like, oh gosh, now what? So you have the catcher tray. I like to say follow the bumps. So if you look at it, this side goes up and in. It has the divider, and then this is the big side. So can you see how this is the big side, this is the small side, and it's got the little bumps. Okay, that's important to know. So this piece is pretty easy to figure out. Mine's just clean, so it's a little dripping, but you want to match the bumps. Again, you can see the bumps on the pusher and the bumps on the chute. So see, so line those up facing the same direction, match the angles. So see how the angles, this angle is going this way and the angle on the pusher is going the same direction. Then you can slide it together. If you try to push it in backwards, don't force it because it can crack the clear plastic chute, and then you can order a new one as a replacement. So that's how this piece goes together, matching the angles, matching the bumps, okay? Then we have the big piece, the main piece. And look, we have the knobs. These knobs are the adjusting settings. The top part determines if you want strips. So you have a wide strip on this side or a narrow strip julienne slices this way. So you just turn the knob. There would be the strips for French fries. And then this knob has the thickness settings. It goes from 0 to 8. And there are two shortcut spots. So you can see here, kind of between by the number 4. Nope, over this side, sorry, it's backwards for me. Over here, this is the julienne setting. So you just go around. Sorry, I had it on 8, not 0. So if you want it here, that is going to do a very thin slice for julienne. And then if you want to do French fries, you match it to this other bumpy, or the other shortcut picture. So we have it here on fries and here on fries. That's going to give you kind of an equal thickness as well as strips. So that'll give it a little, not quite cube, but square strip French fry setting. So if you want julienne, you just turn the top dial to the thin strips and the bottom dial to right here by the number 4. I don't know if you can see that with the lighting. Okay, so that's how that works. And then the thickness setting, like I said, goes from 0 to 8, or yeah, 0 to 8. And 1 is going to be really super thin, like for your cucumber tea sandwiches or radishes or really thin carrots. If you just want little super thin strips, okay? So that's what that means. I am going to show you some slices. So I'm going to go ahead and get it set. My most common setting is no strips, so just slices. And then probably between 3 and 4 is what I usually use it for peppers, cucumbers, carrots, for snacking. If you want to do soup, I usually do the French fry setting so that they're kind of in strips, so I don't have to work so hard to cube them and make them into smaller pieces. Onions, I do super thin, and I do the julienne strips because I just want them to be small little bits. I don't want to crunch down on a bite of onion. So right now I have it on a 0 slice and a 4 width, and then you just extend out the leg just like that, and then that leg is going to fit over the bump in the catcher. Okay, so then I said match the notches. So we've got this notch, and that's going to go towards the dials. Okay, so I'm going to slide over my cutting mat because I don't want to wipe off the counter if I spill and get anything on there. Oh, one more thing. So I'm going to put that away for a moment. It's got this protective cover. So the blade is hiding under here. And so that's why it's so safe. And the blade is tucked beneath. It's not, you can't get to it unless you intentionally like dig your fingers down in there, and then whose fault is that if you get cut? So the blade is locked down. And so you just give the plunger a little twist, give it a little push down and a little twist, and that releases it. Now the blade is in the upright and locked position, just like your tray table, and it's hidden here. So this is safe. You're not slicing yourself. And so when the blade is not in action, it's tucked away, it's safe, and easy to use. So now we're going to extend the leg and then match the notches. So slide the catcher over, and the little bump in the catcher tray is going to slide right over that leg. Okay? So far so good, right? I can see that there's a few people watching. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I don't know if I can answer them, if I'll be able to see them live, but I can always get back to you and answer in the comments. So here we're going to match the notches again. So the bumpy side goes towards the stripy side, okay? So you just tuck in the bottom, and then you lift the little lever and slide that in, and it catches, and it's held in place. Now you're going to take out the pusher. If you do load up your food in here, it's not going to slice, but don't worry about it. We've all done it. And so just take it out and put it in the clear chute where you can see it. So I'm going to start with this cucumber, and it's going to go right in there, and I'm not going to put my fingers in there and close. So that's why this is so safe. You guys, I love this because you can let kids do it. My kids have been using this for years since I've gotten it, and no issues. The only issues is when I've stuck my fingers in there too far. And whose fault is that? User error. Okay, so watch how it comes out. I'm gonna barely push it, you guys. It doesn't take much effort at all. Look at that. Perfect sliced cucumbers. You know what this is great for? If anybody makes scalloped potatoes or potatoes au gratin for holidays or for entertaining, you can get through potatoes so quickly. Seriously. So this is great for snacking. I already showed you the super thin one. And that's like for decorative or for salad or for, you know, your cucumber sandwiches where you want it super, super thin. This is also great, like I mentioned, for potatoes. It'll get through sweet potatoes. I'm going to show you how the fry cut works. So I'm going to change the setting. And you don't have to totally disassemble it. It's just a little bit awkward if you don't. But if you can figure that out and you're happy with it, then by all means, do it that way. And so I'm going to go up and to the fry slice and the fry shortcut between 7 and 8 width. And we're going to make some cucumber fries. I mean, sure, why not, right? Okay. And they come out just like that. Perfect little, I mean, why not, right? You can eat them. And then I'm going to show you the julienne slice. So I've got the julienne shortcut and thickness. So I don't have very much cucumber left, but take a look. Okay, this is great for like pho or stir fry or salads. Whoops, that's a French fry one. Just pulling them out. So see, you just got all your cute little tiny bits. Or if you have kids who like to eat things that are tiny, you know, this is fun because it makes it fun to eat, right? So I love this one. I love using the mandolin when I'm making soup or stock or casseroles where you have to chop a ton of carrots, onions, celery, these hard round things that are hard to slice with a knife because they're moving around. You just stick them in there. You can even send through multiples. You don't have to just do one at a time. Whatever will fit in the chute. If it fits, it's slices. So I usually have 3 or 4 celeries, maybe 3 or 4 carrots. Obviously cucumber's a little bit thicker, so fewer than that, but I love doing it for onions, especially if you are doing a ton of prep. For Thanksgiving, I usually prep my carrots, onions, celery several days ahead and then measure it out. So what I'm going to use for my stuffing, what I'm going to be using for my stock, my turkey stock, what I'm going to be using for whatever else I'm making. I don't even remember, but I have a list and I have it all worked out. And so prep it ahead, and then you can store it away in like a silicone reusable bag or a container or whatever. And so then it's ready to go, easy peasy. So like I mentioned, it's great for soups, salads, prepping. You know what else I use? You might be surprised at this. You can send lettuce through, especially like romaine lettuce. So if we're doing tacos or a salad, I just cut off the cut end of the romaine lettuce that you wouldn't be using anyways, and then hold it tight and you can send it right through and chop, 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 and your lettuce is chopped so fast. You guys, so if you have any questions or you're not certain about this, why not give it a try? Pampered Chef has a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you start using it and you don't love it, let me know and we'll send it back and get you a refund or exchange it for something else. But if you want to give it a try, I would love to get you hooked up so that your veggie prep can be on point. So thank you so much for watching. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to message me and I will get back to you and share my understanding and my experience using this awesome tool. See you later.